Hey, this is Pastor Jamal. I just want to welcome you back to our YouTube channel. I have a time of worship set up for us today and a great word, part 2 of our message, Level Up. Hey, let's go into a time of worship and get back with you with the message. God bless.
Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Oh, give me you. Everything else can wait. Give me you. No, it's not too late. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. 'Cause it's me, oh Lord. I'm on my knees, crying out to you. It's me, oh Lord. I'm on my knees. Give me you. Give me you. Oh, it's me, oh Lord. I'm on my knees, crying out to you. It's me, oh Lord. I'm on my knees. Give me you. Give me you. Give me you. Everything else can wait. Give me you. I hope it's not too late. Oh, I hope it's not too late. 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 'Cause it's me, oh Lord. I'm on my knees, crying out to you. Oh, it's me, oh Lord. I'm on my knees. Give me you. We're asking for your spirit, Lord. It's me, oh Lord. I'm on my knees, crying out to you. It's me, oh Lord. I'm on my knees. Give me you.
Amen, amen. What a great time of worship we just had. I'm so grateful for families and friends to be tuned in with our YouTube channel. I'm so grateful that our students are being connected and we're still following after Jesus. So we're grateful for you joining us on today. This is our Level Up Part 2. If you haven't seen the first Level Up, go back and watch it. Go back and listen to it. It will bless you. We are going to dive right on back into this Level Up Part 2. So let's go ahead. So we shared a real chat last week about how if we take care of God's stuff, God will take care of our stuff. And it's all right to have things, but don't allow things to have you. Keeping 3 things as priority in your life is God first, family and friends second, and loving yourself third. Because we have been given this great commandment to love God with all our heart, with all our soul, with all our might. So if you're going to love God, you got to love You got to love those people around you. So let me ask you a couple questions on this day. If it's morning, afternoon, evening, good morning, good afternoon, however part of the day you're watching this, please share this with someone at home. Share this with someone by text message. Send them the link. God needs to be the greatest love in our life. He needs to be the number one love of our life. How's your love level with God? How's your love level with families and friends? How's your love level in this season you're in now? Tonight or this morning or this afternoon, we're going to conclude this series about leveling up. Luke chapter 12, verse 15, it says, life is not defined by what you have, even when you have a lot. Have you ever played Angry Bird, or Candy Crush? It's always a leveling up as far as on that game that you can go. Any type of game with different levels, you always try to get to a new level, the next level. And I want you to get to a new level, a next level in your spiritual walk on today. When we are bored, we have to think about these things that have been set in front of us. We have to think about when we was babies, how we had grandparents and parents rooting us on when we was crawling. They was rooting us on for we can eventually walk. When we're in kindergarten, we work hard to go to first grade. When you're in fifth grade, you work hard to go to sixth grade middle school, officially being a middle schooler. And when you're in middle school, you work hard to go to high school and graduating. And even some work hard to go off to college or to get a job. It's always new levels or leveling up. So I want you to level up in your spiritual walk. Even in our spiritual walk, we are always being encouraged, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to get to the next level. You give your heart to God through Jesus Christ, and you're encouraged to grow, to mature, and to get to a point in your life where you're no longer just getting milk, but you're feasting on the meat of God's word. Often in our Christian walk, we become comfortable. Trust me, it happens to the best of us as Christians. We become comfortable in our spiritual walk, and it bleeds into every aspect of our life. We start growing in our spiritual walk, we will stop growing in our physical walk. We get to a comfortable phase of life. Some of us are there right now. Some of us are comfortable with our daily lives. We have family members with nice cars, with nice homes. We have nice brothers and sisters. Some of us can say we have nice brothers and sisters who don't get on your nerve all the time. But we are comfortable in our spiritual walk that we don't need to be comfortable in it. We need to be growing in it. How can I grow in my spiritual walk, Pastor Jamal? You can take time to not just settle for the milk part of God's word, but you can dive deeper into it. You can actually look at it and let it reflect how you should be living your life and how you need to live your life. Some of us have become relaxed in our spiritual lives and relaxed in our daily lives. We don't think about the next level at all. We don't think that we need to change. We just want to be stagnant or where we at right now. You want things to go as if it's going to go like this every day of your life. But baby, I got news flash for you. When the sun rises, it's a new day. It's a new journey. It's a new challenge. You're going to face different trials. You're going to face different tests. You're going to face different people. And it's not going to be the same each and every day. So you have to prepare yourself as by leveling up in your spiritual walk. Because eventually, if we stop trying to attain this next level for a new level in our spiritual walk, part of us become boring. Part of us become neglected. Because we're not growing the way that God have called us to grow. We're not in our word. We're not in our prayer closet. We're not ministering the gospel to those that surround us. We're not showing love and serving our loved ones. Then we start to lose momentum. We start to lose the drive to getting closer to God. We begin to separate ourselves from the Creator. We begin to separate ourselves from the power source. We begin to separate ourselves from the healer. We begin to separate ourselves from the counselor. We begin to separate ourselves from the provider, our provision in our life. We begin to separate ourselves from the King of Kings. We begin to separate ourselves from the love of God. But my word says that nothing shall be able to separate me from the love of God. No rulers, no life, no death. Nothing shall be able to separate me from the love of God. So don't allow anything to separate you. Don't allow regrets to separate you. Don't allow decision to separate you. But be on guard. For when the enemy comes and try to kill, steal, or destroy your joy out of your life, you let the enemy know that you cannot separate my love from God. Because I am rooted in His Word. I'm rooted in prayer. I'm always leveling up to defeat the enemy. I'm always leveling up to face whatever trial that I'm facing. I'm always leveling up to pass the test that's in front of me. Level up, young lady. You level up, young man. Level up, mom. Level up, dad. Level up, auntie. Level up, auntie. Level up, whoever is watching. Level up. If you're sharing it with a garden, level up. Because it's time to level up in your relationship with God. We cannot settle for what we've been settling for. We have to grow in our relationship. Let's go right here. In the Old Testament, after God brought them out of Egypt, Moses was on the mount for 40 days and 40 nights, and the Israelites became comfortable. After they became comfortable, they became restless, and they became restless towards turning away from God. After God provided them with food, after God provided them with water and shelter, they turned away from His presence. Don't turn away from God's presence. Allow God's presence to overwhelm you. Allow Him to continue to grow you. Allow Him to, as you reflect in the mirror of your word, allow Him to change some of those things that need to be changed in your life. Yes, there are going to be problems. They're going to be some problems in you overcoming these obstacles. There are going to be trials that you face. We must face those trials and get outside of our comfort zone. Because we have a relationship with the King of Kings. We have a relationship with the Lord of Lords. Anything that I go through, I know God is going to be with me, because His rod and His staff, they comfort me, they protect me. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. The Lord is my shepherd.
I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God.